Hey guys, let's talk about sex. Disclaimer, I have zero sexual experience with another person, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Point one I would like to talk about is sex education. Now, I personally had very comprehensive sex ed in school, and I had a very open mother and very open older sisters, so I knew quite a bit about sex from a fairly young age, actually. Things I did not learn about from any of those sources: queer sex and masturbation. I am so disappointed at the lack of queer sex education that I see anywhere. Two vaginas and two penises, they involve very different forms of sex than a penis and a vagina. Like, even outside of queer sex, there is more to sex and more ways to have sex than just putting tab A into slot B. Like, that is just so drilled into our minds that we cannot imagine sex, capital S, sex, as anything other than that, which is not only insanely heteronormative, but also invalidates the experience of people who don't like penetrative sex, or people who cannot enjoy penetrative sex for whatever reason, whether it's psychological or physiological, whatever. Also, dental dams are a thing, and anal receptive sex is the most dangerous type of sex in terms of STI incidents, and that is not something we're taught about, and that's really disappointing, guys. Now, as for masturbation, lack of education on that front has led me personally to make some very poor masturbation choices. Like, really poor. But that is personal, guys. To me, personally, sex is a personal thing. I am not comfortable talking about my sexual experiences or desires with other people, really. Of course, if I had a partner, I would talk to them about it. As long as the person you're talking to is okay with you talking about sex, it's fine to talk about sex. Like, I don't care. Sex to me is also a very emotional thing. I do not think at this moment that I would be okay with casual sex for myself. And that is a decision that I have made for myself. Other people may like casual sex, and that's fine. That's fine for them as long as they're making safer choices. But for me personally, I tend to get very emotionally invested in anything, really. So something that has the potential to be as emotionally charged as sex is not something that I'm going to rush into. And that is a choice that I have made for myself after a lot of thought. Which is why I'm still a virgin, because I have never had a long-term relationship. Hell, I've never even had a short-term relationship. So there we go. Those are my brief thoughts on sex. If you have any questions about anything I've talked about in this video, or you want more resources about any of this information, comment and I will respond accordingly. I am here for you. Please comment. And I will see you guys next week.